Today we're here to talk about what startups exist and what opportunities lie in social media aggregation. So the first question we have to ask is what happens when products, services, or companies are aggregated? And the answer is that branding changes. But change isn't necessarily a bad thing. So what we have to look at is how branding changes. When aggregation occurs, there are one of two major types of branding treatment that you can't really see here, but they're diluted and pure. So first I'm going to talk to you about diluted. Before 1916, if you wanted to make a hamburger, it was a really big deal if you wanted to bring it to your family. First you had to go get a head of lettuce and then a tomato at another farm, and then you had to go to a number of other places to get beef, to get the bun, and ultimately you had to make it home. And ultimately, you had to make it home again with all the ingredients for the hamburger, and then you still had to eat it. That was a long day for a hamburger, and no one really did it. So that was pre-1916. Post-1916, all of those ingredients for the hamburger came to one place. It was called Piggly Wiggly. Piggly Wiggly was founded in 1916, and they brought all of those ingredients and tons of other groceries into one place. In this case, the grocery store was the aggregator. But when that happened, brands lost control of the branding experience and buying experience of their products, which frustrates a lot of them, and still does today. In fact, so much so that companies like Omaha Steaks, Edible Arrangements, See's Candies, etc. refuse to be sold in aggregated locations, grocery stores. And those are perceived today as premium brands. So the bottom line is aggregation via diluted branding experience has been successful, but is not 100% complete aggregation because there are holdout companies and dealers. So second, let's talk about pure branding. Before 1828, if you wanted to buy a new outfit, which this woman is very serious about, it was a very long process. This woman had to go to 5 different retailers to get each piece of that outfit. And before 1828, that was a big deal. Post-1828, the shopping mall came to the United States. Providence Arcade was the first shopping mall, and it aggregated retailers. Now, all of those different pieces are in one place, but it's different than the grocery store because these are mini-branded experiences. Companies were allowed to control the buying experience associated with their products. Thus, today, there are very few, if any, stores that refuse to be in a shopping mall. Yet, you still reap the same benefits of everything being close together, saving energy, etc. We have tiny branded experiences, and that's why companies like them. Aggregation via pure branding have been highly successful, but are often harder to execute. So currently, people love social media, and that creates a challenge, especially if you really, really love social media. We like sites like these, sites like those, and sites like, ooh, those. And ultimately, it creates this kind of a reaction that I go through every day. Help. So insert the aggregator here. So far, a lot of companies have tried to, and when we see a cleaner slate, it's a little bit better, isn't it? The fact is that when people feel overloaded, they shut down. Of course, there are some of us who are going to take it all in anyway because we love social media. There are some who are going to choose to remain blissfully unaware that any of it's out there. But there are a lot of people, and here's the opportunity, who are interested in what they see, but just feel like it's not accessible to them because it's not aggregated. So where's the beef? Today, a lot of different social media aggregators are doing pure and diluted branding treatment. Social media aggregators generally take 3 forms: universal identity, that's OpenID, browser plugins like UNU, and centralized websites like PageFlakes. And each of those treat brands a little bit differently. Aggregation is a good thing. It increases efficiency and it increases accessibility, saving time and energy and lowering the barrier of entry for people interested in social media. There is no definitive leader in this category, and no site has found a simple, elegant way to do it. So the last thing is that we just need to find a way to start the aggregation conversation. And that's what I'm here to talk to you about today. I encourage you all to join the conversation at aggregationconversation.com and talk about what aggregators you like, what you don't like, and what you want from developers so that we can get the ball rolling on this.